This is Talk Business and Politics with Roby Brock.
Welcome to today's Talk Business and Politics Daily. I'm Roby Brock. We're glad to have you with us. I'm joined by Tab Townsell. He's Executive Director of Metroplan, former Mayor of Conway. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here. For a lot of people that are not familiar with Metroplan and all that it does, it's a long-range planning group that encompasses a lot of leadership throughout the region in central Arkansas. Tell everybody from 100,000-foot level what Metroplan does.
That's actually a pretty good synopsis right there. We are a collective representation of the cities and counties in the central Arkansas area, specifically the four counties, Pulaski, Saline, Faulkner, and Lone Oak. And we represent the political entities there, and we serve a purpose to advocate planning and transportation planning in the region, but also as an advocate for those local jurisdictions with the State Highway Department.
Yeah. So let's talk about transportation and trails and urban planning. It all kind of segues into what you guys do and what you guys are involved with. It used to not be cool to be into all of that stuff, but it's pretty cool now. I mean, you got all this downtown redevelopment going on. You got all of this longer range planning, get the bike trail system that, you know, in different parts of the state, central Arkansas, no exception. What has made all of this so trendy and made all of this so needed to happen now?
I think it's kind of the lifestyle patterns of this emerging generation. You know, our generation, everything was falling in love with the car and the family station wagon and using interstates and getting out and about and suburbs and suburban living. There's a new urban vibe. There's a new, you know, vibe where people like to be outside, like alternatives to driving your car, to where you can walk and get to where you want to go, or bike, or those kind of things. So it's a broader look at transportation than just what we grew up with and hop in the family car and drive to wherever you want to go. And I think that's good. It's exciting. It's also a key element in economic development decisions, both for our region, but also to make our region more attractive to somebody else looking at us to relocate their facilities or their investments in central Arkansas. Parts
of Arkansas are not unique in this kind of urban planning and long-range planning kind of stuff is happening all over the country. Let's talk about, you got a big hearing coming up on Thursday to deal with 30 Crossing.
Yes. The
big I-30 expansion, or maybe not so big expansion. I don't know which way everything goes just yet. Tell me what you expect to happen.
Well, this is, Metroplan itself is already out. Our board has endorsed the 30 Crossing 6 and CD options with the split diamond alternative. But this is a mandatory public hearing by the State Highway Department, who is managing this environmental assessment process for Federal Highway. It's going to be occurring in North Little Rock on Thursday from 4 to 7 at the Wyndham Hotel. There is no presentation. But all the materials that are part of the EA, so the documents, the presentation materials, all that will be available to go look at, to come and go, to talk to various representatives of the State Highway Department, perhaps Federal Highway, to get a feel for what's going on. And it's part of encouraging comment on the 30 Crossing project, because this is part of the Federal Highway requirements. You have to have public comment, allow the public to speak on these issues. So you'll be able to speak at the public hearing on Thursday, 4 to 7 at the Wyndham Hotel in North Little Rock. You'll also have 15 days till July 27th to comment on it as well through the 30 Crossing website. And then the State Highway Department has to compile all those comments, respond to them all in some fashion, package it all up, and submit the project to Federal Highway. There's no timetable on that, and then Federal Highway has to review all those. There's no timetable on that. And that's part of the process, getting towards either kicking the EA back to the state to correct certain things, actually kicking the EA up to a full EIS document, which means you go back and restart some of the process we've already been through, or issuing a FONSI, which is a finding of no significant impact, which is the federal endorsement of the project.
So there are hard feelings on this project, and you experienced a lot of them, but it's been out there in the public domain, a lot of conversation about this. Do these comments, do you think that they can make change the outcome of this project at this point?
At this point, it's hard to say. I'm still new to these regional planning issues, having just dealt with the Conway issues prior to this. I do know that the public comments have significantly impacted the project over the course of the 4 years previous. At this stage, I'm not sure the public comments can materially change it unless it's kicked back to a full EIS document. The fact of the matter
So
is,
the feds could absorb this information that comes, these comments that come, and they could change the scope of the project if they feel persuaded one way or the other.
that is possible. At this stage, there's been quite a bit of adapting the project to public comments. We think it's a better project than what it started. So yes, it has been helpful. At this stage, though, I'm not sure exactly what can be done to dramatically change it unless you simply stop it.
Another thing that you guys have going on is you raise awareness about the ozone issues. Central Arkansas, as well as I think West Memphis, are the two areas in the state of Arkansas that have combated this problem off and on through the years. Kind of tell me where we stand now today with ozone attainment status in Central Arkansas.
Right now, we're good. The federal standards for ozone in the atmosphere are changing, and but right now we're in full attainment. We're fine, but you never know. You could have a bad year. The standards could move as they have in the past. So we're good right now, but it's still a public health issue that we want to raise awareness for. So this is in the middle of ozone season. It happens every year between May and September. So we want the public to be conscious of the fact that we can have bad atmosphere sometime based on ground level ozone, and we want to encourage the public to pay attention to ways they can prevent generating any excess ground level ozone.
You've got some prevention tips that you're going to be encouraging people to do over certain months: biking, riding transit, telecommuting, carpool. You've also got kind of a status, color status symbol there. Kind of explain to me what those do.
Sure. The EPA does issue a warning through the Arkansas Department of Environmental Quality. They issue days where they can anticipate, and these can be anticipated based on the atmospheric conditions, that you can have a bad ozone day. So they'll issue warnings. They can be green, which is that's not really a warning. It's actually fine. Go out and have as much fun as you want to. But it can go to yellow, orange level, code red, and actually there's a maroon down there, which hopefully we never get to.
No kidding.
Don't go there.
Maroon sounds like a nuclear disaster almost.
Yeah, we don't want to go there. I've never seen that. We don't want to see that. But we issue those, and if you get on the ditchthekeys.org, you can see that warning system. We'll issue warnings in advance, and you'll see it on the news stations. Let's say it's a code orange day. We've already had one this summer, and those days you have a public health hazard. If you're a at-risk population, elderly, young, asthmatic, then those days it's more difficult for you to be out. You can have chest pains, you can have throat irritation, coughing, those type of things because of the bad atmosphere and the ozone in the atmosphere.
Well, good luck with that, and good luck with the 30 Crossing hearing, and good luck with all the future stuff that you'll be working on.
Thank you,
Tab
Roby.
Townsell. Tab Townsell, he's Executive Director of Metroplan. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Been a while.
Too.
All right,
you.
take care. That's all for today's program. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Arkansas Electric Cooperative Corporation provides electric energy across 2/3 of Arkansas. This is an exciting time in our energy history, with incredible progress being made in renewable energy and storage technologies. As our energy portfolio continues to diversify, we'll maintain an all-the-above strategy to provide reliable and affordable electricity. Ever since the first light bulbs were placed in our members' homes, the electric cooperatives have been the solutions provider for our members, and we want to continue that well into the future.
Each day, the promise of our nation begins again. Arkansas and America, moving forward. I help make that promise a reality. It's not for everyone, but people everywhere depend on us.
Oh, I love you too, sweetie.
Trucking delivers, or everything stops. And that's what drives me.